Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Housewife Historian, and we are here to talk the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm going to be talking a little bit in code today because if you watch my channel and you watch my live, yes.
Is the plane going down? Are we gonna die? Why are you saying I'm salty?
Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to my channel. I'm the Housewife Historian. You can call me Lindsay, and we are here talking the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now, this is going to be a quick video, but I was going through my closet of photos and screenshots, and I ran across a couple of interesting things that I wanted to share with you guys. And I also wanted to talk about the fact that Margaret Joseph's ex-best friend, Laura Lee Jensen, did an interview with All About the Truth, talking about this whole situation and narrative for this coming season of the Real Housewives of New Jersey, and it seems timely that we speak about it, considering that we should be getting a trailer any day now. And because Melissa Gorga and Margaret recently did a whole podcast on the 15th, talking about this year's upcoming storyline, and there's been so many different rumors about the way Melissa got on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I just thought I would throw a couple more different interviews and statements that I've came across that Melissa has given as it pertains to her getting on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So if you are into New Jersey, then this video is for you. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications on. It is worth it. I'm trying to grow my channel. Everyone has a seat at the table here, so make sure you comment your opinion and be kind to one another. Okay, guys. Melissa did a podcast on the 15th. I posted some different clippets of it. She basically, it's a lot. Anyways, I want to start with the basics. Okay. Now, Kim D on Behind the Velvet Rope, she told us something very important that we need to remember. She said that Melissa is a liar. Melissa is a pathological liar. Melissa is a pathological liar, allegedly. That makes sense because all of these interviews about how she got signed up for the Real Housewives of New Jersey are different. It's never ever the same statement, situation, or scenario. Okay, so the only reason I'm not bringing this up out of nowhere. Okay, yes, I did find an article, a statement I wanted to share with you guys. However, she brought it up in her podcast because she said absolutely that it doesn't matter what Carlos King says. It doesn't matter what Andy Cohen says. Producers called Teresa and let them know that they were interviewing her sister-in-law. That's what Melissa said on her podcast. Let me repeat that. She said that production called Teresa to say they were interviewing you. That makes zero sense at all. We know that's a blatant lie. Now, come on, Melissa. Seriously. Anyways, she should have had a production cut that out of the podcast because now you're just blatantly lying. Why would they call and say that they were interviewing you? They would never do that. Anyways, we've heard lots and lots of situations. We've heard the fact of the audition tape that is like locked in a vault somewhere in Andy Cohen's office that is like only been seen by so many people's eyes. But those people that did see Melissa's audition tape to Bravo said it is absolutely horrible, and horrible as in like she will trade in Teresa and Joe and whatever she needs to, because she deserves this fame and money too, honey. Okay. Regardless, we've never seen it. Again, there's been like 6 people in the entire Bravo community world that have seen this audition tape, and it's locked in a safe in Andy Cohen's office. Okay. Danielle Staub. We know that she was emailing back and forth, Facebooking Danielle Staub. We've seen receipts of this over and over and over again, and I wanted to share this with you guys. This says, Danielle Staub is saying this. She says, Melissa blew up my phone constantly during the filming of season 2. Every single day she would call me. Andy Cohen, Lucille. They knew because I would send them every message and tell them everything Melissa was telling me. how she and Joey wanted to come to their house and film with them, how she wanted to expose Teresa and get her locked up for fraud, how she and Joey were going to help me look good. Help me, like help Danielle look good. They were like, quote, nobody in production will listen to us. We've desperately tried. We want to get a hold of TMZ, but they won't take our calls either because they don't know who we are. We deserve to be famous. Exclamation point, quotations. It just went on and on and on. I believe that. And I'm going to tell you why I believe that, because and this is why you guys got to go back and watch from the beginning. Okay, I think it was season 2 reunion. Okay, Danielle and Teresa are getting into it. And Danielle says, did you even see your nephew after he was born? And you can see Teresa's head steaming. Okay, she is like furious that Danielle is saying this, because what viewers don't know is that that's probably the moment that Teresa realized 1,000% that Melissa was going behind her back and going and talking to Danielle and trying to get on the show. Because Teresa says that during filming of seasons 1 and 2, she was around Kathy and Melissa all the time because they were a small family. That's who they hung out with. They were together all the time. And she was telling them what was going on with the show. And so they had an inside from the get. But we've heard from Andy, we've heard from Danielle Staub, and we've heard from Carlos King. Who else needs to come out and say, like, no, Melissa, you were begging to get on this show, and then you lied about how you got on it. And that's why after 10 years, people still want you to just admit it. Anyways, continuing. Melissa Gorga says, did the producers go behind Teresa's back and message us? Yes, but everybody knows that's what they do. They contacted every family member and friend that I know. That's just what casting agents do. Teresa Giudice says, casting agents contact my family or contact my friends sometimes and ask to interview them. As soon as they get the call, they call me right away and tell me. Melissa and Kathy should have done the same thing. So Teresa says when her friends get a call from production doesn't call and tell her that they are going to interview them. The friend calls Teresa and says, production wants to interview me. So Melissa's little lie, allegedly, from her podcast yesterday, saying that production called Teresa to say that she was auditioning. It's not true, guys. This proves it right here. Again, Teresa says, casting agents contact my friends sometimes and ask to interview them. As soon as they get the call, my friends call me right away to tell me. Cassie doesn't call her and say we're interviewing your friend. Why would casting do that? Production and casting played a big part in this entire feud. When we're pointing fingers at Teresa, people that point fingers hard at Teresa, people who point fingers hard at Joe, at Melissa, I think Melissa and Bravo had the most to gain from a dysfunctional relationship between Joe and his sister Teresa. And those, I think, really played a lot of a bigger part than any of us realize, and maybe any more than they want to realize. There's comments of Melissa saying that, like saying Joe said, no, we don't want to go on the show. We don't want to do it. We don't want to have problems with our family. And then at the very last minute, he changed his mind, right? So there's also stories from the christening. Joe Gorga tells us himself that when the christening happened and he like flipped out and they got in that huge fight, the producers were literally high-fiving each other, talking about what great TV it was going to be. So it's important to remember the headspace of Bravo execs and producers and casting too, okay? Because why are they in it? They're in it for the money. They're in it for the money. They're in it for the drama, okay? Like, how many people did the feud between Teresa and Joe feed? It fed the whole franchise of New Jersey. It fed Andy Cohen. It fed Joe Giudice. It fed his people. It fed his people in Italy after they got home, okay? Bravo's money is long, but they've all kind of ate off the backs of Teresa Joe Giudice because of their whole prison issue sentence, and Joe Gorga because of the brother-sister feud. And that's simply the truth. It's just who has more of a responsibility in it. We point our fingers at Teresa and we point our fingers at Joe, but we know that they both love each other and their brother and sister. And our spouses have great influence on us, of course. And I'm sure if you had a big network that you were answering to, if you're making 6 or 7 figures, you're answering to a network, you're answering to producers, and, like hipping and skipping and getting along and holding hands and singing songs ain't gonna keep the franchise going. So how much is behind the scenes did people push buttons and start drama between these two? Okay. Another thing Melissa said, that there's no way Teresa's just now starting to watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's a lie, she said. She said they always had to blog. All of them had to blog, yada, yada, yada. You had to watch the episode, yada, yada, yada. Teresa probably had help with her blogs, especially considering that like English is her second language. Sometimes she has issues, translating. And we also saw Caroline's daughter try to call her out at one of the reunions over a word that she used in a blog, and was like, can you even spell that word? Can you even define that word? Which was very insulting and very rude. However, I'm sure that she did have help with people writing her blinds. And maybe she did watch up to seasons 2 or 3 and then she stopped. I very much think that Teresa was not watching all along. Because that's the only way she could have kept her cool. If she really would have known everything that they were saying behind the scenes. If you guys go back and watch these confessionals, guys, please, it's wintertime. If you're bored and you're sitting on the couch, go back and watch the old episodes, okay? It may open your eyes. But if it doesn't, that's okay too, because everyone's opinion is welcome here, and we don't all have to love and hate the same housewives. We're just here to talk facts, each other's opinions, and be kind to each other in the comments as if we have a difference of opinion. It's not that serious. We don't have to fight about it in the comments, right? We're all entitled to our opinions. If you love the Gorgas, you love the Gorgas. I don't care. I will respect that. If you love Teresa and you're a tree hugger, I will love and respect that as well. But just giving you guys the facts and letting you know that that's what was said on Melissa's podcast on the 15th. And I wanted to bring it back to the comment that we had prior from Danielle. So, yeah, make sure that you guys hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications on, and don't forget that the trailer's going to be dropping soon. So that's why you want to have those notifications on. Have a great day.